Mine is about izithakazelo zesiZulu as an archive for the different Zulu clans and what role it has in the modern educational system, and why this topic. As a teacher for quite some time, I realized that when children come to school, they've got other, they had been taught somehow, they've learned different things except what is taught at school. They are learned. There's something that they have learned, but I couldn't. The problem was, but education has to start at school. So what to come with at school, for me at that time, was not education. And I looked back and said, no, when I grew up as a Zulu boy, I realized that for every Zulu clan name, surname, there are also other names attached to it. The Thakazelo, which I refer to it as clan praises, but I'm still looking for a relevant word for it. And most of the time, Zulus don't call themselves by their surnames. If I refer to Jerome, I could call him Kondla, etc. There are those little names that are attached to his surname. It's not usually, I won't usually call him Kumet. Now, I said to myself, what's this Ithakazelo clan names all about? What do they entail? What's happening there? And now I want to find out, because when one looks at them, you'll realize that they are actually embodying a number of things pertaining to that surname, like the history, the culture, some of the habits that one finds within that surname. So it came to my mind that no, it's not only a written word that is actually a knowledge. These people had oral knowledge in terms of these clan phrases, izibongo, and they are valid because these children come with this information to school. Now, how can we as teachers actually utilize the information that they have from their background as part of what they are learning? Because you'll find that most of them, when they come to school, they'll wish to discard everything that they learned at home and look as if they are only beginning to learn something when they're in the classroom. And that makes them, feel what they learn at school or what they learned at home has nothing to do with the school. But I'm trying to say, can't we have this indigenous knowledge also utilized in the general education that we found in schools? Because I found it relevant, because these children also have to have an understanding that what they learned at home is also relevant. So I'm looking, I've picked a number of surnames to give examples of what I'm trying to find out, and I've discovered several things that are very important. That this Ithakazelo, Ihasho, and such things, you will say these people were just singing or praising, but when you come closer to that, it's more than just making noise or praising. It's actually educative. It stores their history, it stores their culture, their habits. At times they talk about someone who puts his hand at the back. And when they actually say that, you learn that no, they were actually encouraging that clan not to sleep when the sun has risen. So it had some learnings that people have to learn from this Ithakazelo. So my thesis is about that, and more importantly, is try to share with especially our people that know their knowledge, as Professor Sinat taught me, is also relevant. They mustn't look down upon it. It could also contribute in the world body of knowledge. Thank you.
Okay.